The following are the solutions to the previous school day's homework. Students will get 100 points if they show all work for all problems. Students will get extra points for any correct answers they obtain. All student work is photographed before they check their own paper. You get 1 point for having the final answer and 1 point for having all of the excluded values. Number 1 is negative 3x plus 4 over x squared minus x minus 6, and the values are negative 2, 3. Number 2 is 2x squared minus 11 over x squared minus 5x plus 6, and the values are 2, 3. 3 is 2x squared minus 17x over x squared plus x minus 20, and the excluded values are negative 5 and 4. Number 4 is negative 7x minus 6 over x squared plus 2x, negative 2 and 0. 5 is 10x plus 11 over x squared plus x minus 2, and then negative 2 and 1. 6 is negative 2x squared minus 6x plus 23 over x squared plus 7x plus 10, and then negative 5 and negative 2. 7 is 21x squared minus 35x plus 41 over 9x squared minus 3x minus 30, negative 5/3 and 2. 8 is negative x squared plus 14x plus 7 over 2x squared plus 12x plus 10, negative 5, negative 1. 9 is 35x squared plus 36x over 5x squared plus 31x plus 6, negative 6, negative 1/5. And on 10, we have x squared minus 2x minus 3 over 12x squared plus 5x minus 2, negative 2/3 and 1/4. The following are extra credit answers for the assignment that was given as extra credit with the previous homework assignment. Number 1 is x squared minus 7x minus 2 over 3x squared plus 4x minus 4, negative 2, 2/3. 2 is 3x squared plus 3x plus 17 over x squared plus x minus 6, negative 3 and 2. Number 3 is x minus 16 over x squared minus 2x minus 8, negative 2 and 4. 4 is negative 19x squared minus 16x minus 2 over 15x squared plus 22x plus 8, negative 2/3, negative 4/5. Last one is 18x squared minus 2 over 6x squared minus 5x plus 1, 1/3, 1/2. You have a test tomorrow over adding and subtracting. Rational expressions. Math tournament will be first, and then we will do the test. This problem is negative x minus 2 over x plus 4 minus x plus 1 over x minus 3. What is the first thing I do on this problem, Jones? Find the common denominator. That is right. How do I find the common denominator, Holly? Right, multiply the two bottoms. So when I do that, I will have x plus 4, x minus 3, and then x plus 4, x minus 3. What is the next thing I need to do? Klein. Find the numerator. All right, how do I find the numerator? On the upper left-hand side, Smith is gone. We'll go to Murray. Yeah, that's right. We're going to multiply these items here. We're going to go here and then here. With this negative sign, remember that the negative sign is out in front of the fraction bar. And if it were written a little more accurately, it would be right there. So when you have a negative sign, a negative fraction like that, you can do this. Negative, and then quantity of x minus 2, quantity of x minus 3. How do I find the numerator in the top right? That goes to Lewis, she's gone. Terry is gone. And Blake is gone. So we'll go to Davis. Yeah, multiply it by x plus 4. So that's going to be x plus 1, and then times x plus 4. Okay, we're going to simplify. So here's a heads up for the next step if you want to work ahead in case your name is called. What we're going to do is simplify this, this, and our denominators. Up here, starting with the left-hand side, we want to multiply those two together and distribute this negative sign. Well, if we're going to multiply these together here, then what we can do is do some work up in here real quick. And it's going to be the negative quantity of x squared minus 5x plus 6, but you have to change the sign of everything because of that negative sign outside the quantity. So negative x squared plus 5x, and then it should be minus 6. We'll go over here to the right and look at some just basic examples of fractions. What if I had a negative 1/2? That negative sign is out in front of the fraction bar. It's even with it. But it could also be a negative 1 over 2, or it could be 1 over a negative 2. So that when you move that negative sign, if you move it to the top, that's a negative quantity. And more specifically, if I had x minus 1 over x plus 2 and it was negative, if I move that negative sign to the top, remember x minus 1 is a quantity. So it would make that negative. And then you would distribute it to make it negative x plus 1 over x plus 2. The same would be the case if you moved it down to the bottom and then made it negative x minus 2. So we'll go back over here and go to the bottom. I'm looking for this denominator here, and that goes to Rayburn. That's right, x squared plus x minus 12. Okay, so we'll go to this side up here. What is the solution or the result of multiplying these two together? And that goes to Applegate M. X squared plus 5x plus 4 is right. And what goes on the bottom? That goes to Huey. X squared plus x minus 12 is right. Okay. So now what do I do next? That goes to Howard, he's gone. And Collins, what do I do next? Okay, what happens next? Gaffney. Alright, we got to put the sticks back in the cup. And we'll draw again. What happens next? Gaffney. He lost his turn again. So what happens next? Huey. Yeah, we're going to subtract. So Huey gets the point. And what is my first step toward subtraction? Punky.
Do the parentheses and the x. You got to put it all together.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes, you have to put it all together like this. You're going to put it all together in one fraction. What's going to be on the bottom of that fraction, Johnson? That's right, x squared plus x minus 12. Okay, now on the top, what am I going to write on the top, Rayburn?
Negative x squared plus 5x minus 6 minus x squared minus 5x minus 4.
That's right, negative x squared plus 5x minus 6 minus x squared minus 5x minus 4, because this is a quantity and you must distribute that negative all the way through. Okay, when I simplify my x squared terms, just the x squared terms only, what do I have left, Dietrich? X squared terms, simplify those. Jones. Negative 2x squared is right. Okay, what happens when I simplify my x terms? That goes to Murray. Simplify the x terms only. Applegate B. You get 0, yeah. There and there cancels out. What happens when I simplify my constants? That goes to Collins. What about the constants, Davis? Negative 10 is right. Okay, what goes on the bottom? That goes to Klein. Yes, you keep it the same. X squared plus x minus 12. The next question is yes or no. Am I finished with this problem, Gaffney? No. All right. What is my next step in this problem, Davis?
Find what your x is.
That's right. Find what the x cannot be equal to. And how do I do that? Johnson. That's right. You said x plus 4, x minus 3 equal to 0. And when I do that and solve for x in each case, what do I come up with? Murray. Negative 4 and 3 is right. The problem is negative x plus 2 over x minus 1, and then minus x minus 6 over x plus 10. For the solution here, we're going to start off with a negative quantity of x plus 2, and then times x plus 10. And we're going to have to subtract, and we're going to subtract x minus 1, x minus 6. On the bottom, you're going to have a denominator of x minus 1, x plus 10. Now let's simplify the top. You'll have a negative quantity of x squared plus 12x plus 20 minus the quantity of x squared minus 7x plus 6. On the bottom, your denominator is x squared plus 9x minus 10. Now on the top, it should be a negative x squared minus 12x minus 20 minus x squared plus 7x and then minus 6. On the bottom, your denominator is going to stay the same, x squared plus 9x minus 10. So this and this will give me negative 2x squared. Negative 12x plus 7x is minus 5x. And is that a minus 20? Yes. Minus 20 minus 6 is minus 26. On the bottom, x squared plus 9x minus 10. And x cannot be equal to those values that result from setting x minus 1 and x plus 10 equal to 0. So that would be a negative 10 and 1.